Did a judge really fine Karoline Leavitt for wearing a cross? This controversial question has sparked debate over religious freedom, legal rights, and political bias. In this video, we explore the facts behind the claim, breaking down whether any legal action was actually taken, what U.S. law says about religious symbols, and why this issue matters. The First Amendment protects freedom of religion, meaning no one can be legally penalized for wearing a cross or any other religious symbol. So, if such a fine were imposed, would it be constitutional? Could this set a dangerous precedent for religious expression in America? Watch now as we uncover the true truth behind this claim and discuss its broader implications for religious and personal freedoms. Don't forget, comment, and subscribe for more in-depth analysis on current events and legal issues. Karoline was there to contest a minor traffic violation, a simple case she had no reason to worry about. As she entered the courtroom, she was greeted by familiar faces and the usual legal procedures. The judge, a stern figure named Judge Edward Morgan, was known for his rigid interpretations of the law. He was strict, but fair, or so Karoline thought. The case went smoothly, with Karoline explaining her situation. However, as the judge listened intently, his eyes suddenly fixed on the small gold cross hanging around her neck. He cleared his throat, making the room fall silent. "Miss Leavitt," Judge Morgan began, his voice cold, "I've noticed that you are wearing a religious symbol, specifically a Christian cross. Do you believe your display of this symbol is appropriate in a government setting?" Karoline blinked in confusion. She was aware of the separation of church and state, but never had she been confronted like this. She adjusted the cross around her neck, unsure how to respond. "Your Honor, this cross is a personal expression of my faith. It's a part of me, just like my thoughts and beliefs." The judge's face remained unchanged. "While I respect your beliefs," he said, "the courtroom is a place where neutrality should be maintained. Religious symbols, such as the one you wear, can be seen as a disruption to that neutrality. I am therefore issuing a fine for wearing this cross." While in court, gasps echoed in the room. Karoline's heart sank. "A fine, Your Honor?" she asked, her voice trembling. "For my cross?" "Yes," Judge Morgan said. "You are being fined $100 for violating the decorum of this courtroom. Religious symbols in this setting could influence the perception of impartiality. It's important for the court to maintain neutrality." Karoline was stunned. Her thoughts raced, and a mix of anger and disbelief boiled within her. She had heard of religious discrimination, but she never thought it would happen to her, especially in a place that was supposed to protect her rights. As the bailiff handed her the citation, Karoline stood frozen. This wasn't just about a piece of jewelry. It was about her right to express her faith in public, a right she had always held dear. "Your Honor," she finally said, her voice firm, "I will pay the fine, but I will also take this to the highest court if I must. You cannot fine me for my faith. This is America. We have the right to practice and express our religion freely." The judge dismissed her with a curt nod, signaling the end of the hearing. But as Karoline walked out of the courtroom, she knew this was far from over. Over the next few days, news of Karoline's fine spread like wildfire. Religious leaders, civil rights organizations, and everyday citizens rallied to her side, voicing outrage over the unconstitutional nature of the judge's decision. Legal experts weighed in, the fine a clear violation of the First Amendment. Karoline, with the support of her community, decided to take her fight to court. Her case became a nationwide sensation, igniting debates about religious freedom, the separation of church and state, and the role of symbols in public spaces. Months later, the case reached the Supreme Court, where it was ruled in favor of Karoline Leavitt. The court declared that wearing a religious symbol in public, including in government buildings like courthouses, was protected by the First Amendment. The fine was overturned, and Judge Morgan's actions were declared a violation of Karoline's rights. Karoline had not only won back her right to wear her cross with pride, but her case also sparked a national conversation about religious freedom in modern America. For Karoline, it wasn't just about the fine, it was about standing up for what she believed in, no matter the cost. And so the gold cross around her neck remained, a symbol not only of her faith but of her unyielding fight for the freedoms that every American holds dear.